So I get this question all the time. How do I add in an existing site plan that I either received through some type of scan or it was attached to an email document or something like that? And they want to know how to put it into a Revit file to show it because it's an official document. Well, there's actually a few ways to do this. I'm just going to point out some here and there. This first way that I like to do it is just simply by bringing it in as an image and attaching it to a drafting view. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on view, and you're going to click, and we're going to make a new view, a new drafting view. And I'm just going to call this site plan. The other thing about this is I'm going to set it to what a normal site plan drawing is set to, so either 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 30, something like that. So 1 to 20 is what I'm going to set it to. I'm going to tell it okay. It's then going to take me into this new drafting view. Now, a few warnings about drafting views. You cannot crop a drafting view. What you have on there is what you got. So we have to be mindful of that as we're putting this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Image, and I'm going to go and find that particular site plan that I saved. And I'm going to pull it in. Just as simple. It's an image that I'm going to pull in. And there it is. Now, few other things that you want to make sure you do. And this is just a site plan that I pulled from online. It was a Creative Commons site plan. So it may not be real on some things, but we're just using it for its image. So what you then need to do is you need to make sure that this is actually scaled to match what the lines say. And it actually looks like this is a foreign file here, but we're just going to do some pretending here because I'm only using it for its image itself. And let's say, for instance, somewhere on this plan, it gave me a number and let me know how wide something is. And let's just go with this road here, and we'll just say that this road is a 20-foot wide road. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Annotate, and I'm going to go to Detail Line, and I'm going to draw a line. And it doesn't really matter where you go, but it's just helpful. So I'm going to draw a line. It's going across like this. So I'm letting it, I have it going in the correct direction, except I'm going to put in its true width. And I said that the street is about 20 foot wide. So I just clicked, made my 20-foot wide line. What I need to then do is I need to now tell this drawing to be the same size. So I'm going to graphically scale my image. So what I did was I clicked on my image, and then I'm going to go to Scale, which is set here, and I'm going to make sure it's set to graphical, which it already is. So perfect. And what I'm going to do again is I'm going to click this point here. I am going to then, what I need to do is I now need to give it its comparison. So comparison, in order to do that, I have to have two different lengths. So this is my source. This is my base point. It's now going to be my source. So I'm giving it my base point. I'm giving it this in here. This is about roughly 20 feet. It's an image, so it's not clickable, but we're gonna eyeball it best we can. We're gonna say that this is the 20-foot mark here for the street, and then all I'm going to do after I've clicked that is I'm going to take it out to the end of my line here, which actually is 20'4". I must not have put in a number somewhere, but that's okay because the concept is there. So there we go. I've got my 20-foot wide street. I'm going to say cancel here. And then I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to delete it. So then the next question is, okay, well, I want to show this on the sheet. Okay, well, it's at 1 to 20. These are now true to scale. And if I go and I make a new sheet to put everything in on, and I'm just going to, I have no sheets over here. So I'm going to make a new one. and I'm just going to go up to view, and I'm going to click on, sheet composition, new sheet. Right now, a 30 by 42 is set in here. It's not a standard size. So we're going to load in something a little bit smaller. A lot of times you'll see the stuff on smaller items, 22 by 34 will work. And I'm just using the Autodesk title block that's in here. And all I need to do now is over here in my draft and view, I've got my site plan. I'm going to click, drag, release, then click again to drop. And there we go. Obviously, it's a huge file. It's too big for what I want to show. I want to at least get all of this greenery in here. Okay. Well, let's just change the scale. Right now it's at the 1 to 20. At least half that. So 1 to 40. There we go. And it's kind of on the sheet, kind of not. Maybe we need to go a little bit smaller. Maybe 1 to 50. So, there it is. Almost perfect. 1 to 50. Now it's on the sheet. And I'm just going to move its title block in. And there it is. There's your site plan just like that. Now, if you didn't, for some reason, you don't want to show everything that's on this particular site plan, how it is, even though I always say when you're using someone else's view or image or drawing, I always like to show their information on it as well, because then you can get an idea, okay, I didn't draw this, but here's who did, here's their information, go from there. But if you ever want to just hide that and just have the images in there, all you would simply do, I'm going to double click so I activate this view. I would actually go to detail, because you cannot crop a drafting view. I'm going to go to annotate and then region, detail region. And I like to make a detailed region that is made out of solid white. So that's a great way of doing a masking region, because I like to use this type of region better than a masking region. So I'm going to click on solid black. I'm going to edit type. I'm going to go to duplicate. I'm going to actually call this solid white. Okay. Then from here, I'm going to make sure that the color is white, which, is the first one there. And I'm going to tell it okay. And then I'm going to take the time to put a box around the part that I want to block. And in this particular case, I'm going to, let's just say I just want to block just this bit of information here. So I make sure I put a box around it. I make sure that these lines are invisible lines. And then I click the check mark, and now there you go. I've blocked out the image. So it's very, very simple. You put your information in. You can then send this out as a print. It's scaled. And there you go. You can use it from there. If you have any questions on anything else that you want to see, just make sure that you leave me either a comment down below asking for something else that you would like me to show you how to do or get clarification on. Or you can also send me a message through either my LinkedIn under Bright Ideas, my Facebook under Bright Ideas, or go to my webpage, which is brightideas.us. Thank you, and have fun making it pretty.